Hi, and welcome to Knitting with Kindred Spirits. I'm glad that you decided to join me today, and I have a few things that I've purchased at Joann's Fabrics, and I just wanted to talk those over with you today. As you have noticed, the name of the channel has changed to just Kindred Spirits, and the reason I did that was partly because I felt like Knitting with Kindred Spirits just kind of locked me into one little genre. I love knitting. I do all sorts of crafting, and I thought we could probably share a bit more of my life and your life together with me as I take you along my journey, remodeling our home, decorating and setting up a house for my husband and I, and as well as my knitting and my crafting, because I love to crochet and sew, and decorate is one of my passions. So I thought that Kindred Spirits, because no matter where we are, whether we love to knit or whether we love to sew or anything like that, most of us get drawn to a particular person just because we are kindred spirits. And I feel like that is probably the best name for my channel, because I know that I have multiple kindred spirits out there, and that you guys are all welcome to come and explore my life in this world with me, and I hope you enjoy the journey along with me. So basically what I'm here to talk to you about today is the fact that I went to Joann's Fabric, and I just went in there because I'm planning on doing a slip cover for a chair in our living room, and partly because I don't have the money right now to replace the chair. I would love to, but as things go, sometimes you don't always get to do what you want to do. However, I could probably get a slip cover out for maybe $60, $70. It is a reclining Queen Anne's chair, so that's partly why I don't think I can get a prefabricated slipcover for it, because it's not going to actually fit properly, because it does move and things like that. As you can tell, I'm sitting out on my front porch, and I do have some artificial light because the light is going, but it was just so cool and refreshing out this evening, and I just got home from shopping, and I just thought it would be a neat thing to share with you and all of that. So just stick around and we'll get started. So basically I went to Joann's to find the fabric for the chair, and didn't find anything I particularly loved for it, but I did find some other things. They had all of their fall decor on sale, 70% off. Their Halloween decor was 60% off, and a few of their other just everyday decor was on sale as well. So I primarily bought some fall decor for Thanksgiving time. I do have a fall decor that I do in September that's a little bit more lighter colors, a little bit more neutral. It's kind of a cream and pinky, reddish brown. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not really red. It's more of a coral color. And I made a wreath for that this year, and I loved it dearly. The little sign said hello fall and things like that. It was super easy, relatively inexpensive as well. Most of what I like to get, I like to be as frugal as possible, but I prefer to do more classic and long-term things than sometimes just Dollar Tree, even though you can find some great deals at Dollar Tree and things like that, and just the little filler sticks and things like that for flowers, those are wonderful to get from there. But on occasion it's nice to go into an actual retail store that sells quality pieces that will last for a long time. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I'd like to go over is I bought this Gather pillow. I love this cranberry color. I just think it's gorgeous. And Gather technically could be used all year round. It doesn't have to be for Thanksgiving or anything like that, but I just I feel like the color, the gather together and things like that is just very inviting for the fall, and in particular giving thanks and gathering together as a family, and things like that. So it's got a beautiful embroidery. It is a velvet pillow, and it's a nice little lumbar pillow. It's kind of on the small side, and I kind of liked that. I do have a lumbar pillow on my couch that is the normal size, but this is kind of a little bit narrow. And I did buy the pillow to be out here on the front porch, specifically here on our little love seat that we have out here. We have a couple chairs as well, but and originally this pillow was $24.99, and so I got it for 70% off, and I think it was around $7 maybe. At the end of the haul, I will go ahead and tell you what prices were and how much I saved. So if you get a chance, or if you have a Joann's close to you, you might definitely go out and check them out. So, but anyway, so this pillow here, super cute, liked it. I've been looking for something to go out here for fall time, so that's nice. And then let's see, I have this little thankful sign. It was just a piece of galvanized metal that they cut out, and it says thankful. You can hang it independently, or you can probably put it on a wreath. I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet. It was originally $5.99, but I think I only spent $1 on it, maybe $1.50. So it's a little bit wonky, but I think I can fiddle with that and make it all straight again. But I just thought it was cute. It might be neat just hanging up on the wall or something like that, or putting it on a wreath. I haven't decided yet. So this is one of the things that I got. It's a really nice metal basket. The Blooming Autumn is the items that were 70% off. And I actually bought this to put out here on the front porch, yes, with some apples and maybe a few leaves at the bottom that look like maybe we just took an apple basket out and filled it up. But I also bought this because we have 2 fireplaces in our home, and last winter when we first moved in here, I bought a bag of pine cones that have like a coating on them that when you throw them in the fire, they change the fire colors, like blue and green, and they're just kind of neat, and you can use them as fire starters, and that's actually what I use them for. It's just a little bit of extra kindling to help get the fire started. And I needed something to put them in because right now they're just in the burlap sack, which is fine, but the burlap sack just kind of rolls around on the ground, and I think it would look a lot nicer and neater if they were in a basket. And I've been looking for one. I looked for one all last year, and I never really found one that I liked, and then I happened to see this one today. So it's a little on the small side, but seems to be really nice quality. I feel like it was slightly overpriced. I don't know if I would have paid full price for a basket like this. It originally was $29.99. It's small for that price. I think I would pay $29.99 for a basket twice this size made out of metal, but not one this small. But since it was 70% off, I think it ended up being like $8.99 or something like that, and that is probably closer to the price range in which I would pay. I don't think I saw anything similar to this in Hobby Lobby either, or I probably would have bought it by now. They might have had like galvanized, but I really don't have a lot of the galvanized stuff in my home. I don't mind it outside and things like that because, you know, it's rustic and things like that, but I'm not too large into the farmhouse galvanized look. I don't mind the farmhouse look. In fact, some of the new items that we're putting into the homes are very farmhousey, but I like the brown better, so it's a little bit more classic. And then some of the other things I got were these really pretty hydrangeas. I just thought they would be nice little fillers. Sometimes it's hard to find non-pink hydrangea, you know, like they have pretty ones in Hobby Lobby that are orange and yellow, but not this real pretty burgundy reddish color. They have some purple because I used those in our wedding, but and these are weather resistant, so they should be able to be used outside, so that's really quite nice as well. So they should withstand the sun and things like that. And originally these were priced $14.99, and they were 70% off as well. So I figured we could stick those in any little type of floral arrangement or anything like that. I don't know where to put all this stuff. And then I also got these dahlias. I loved the yellow and kind of that burnt yellowish orange color. They had some sunflowers, but I didn't really care for their sunflowers. I prefer the ones that are a little bit more realistic, and theirs were not quite as nice as some of them that I've gotten from Hobby Lobby. So if I decide to do some extra sunflowers out here, I'll probably go there and get them. But a nice little bush, same size as the hydrangeas, and this is also the blooming autumn, and they're weather resistant as well, and they were $14.99. And then I've got this little basket here, or tin, I'm not exactly sure, planter maybe. It's got the cutout leaves, and it's got some acorns here. These are oak leaves, and we have an oak tree just right outside of our front yard, or off of our front porch here. I thought this would be really neat to put some leaves in, and then get like a string of those little tiny lights that are like on a metal string, and have those in there, and just kind of have it as a little glowing pot type thing. I thought that would be neat out here on the front porch. I kind of did something like that for Halloween with my cauldron this year. So I just loved it. It's a galvanized metal with a little bit of copper or rose gold distressing, I guess, accenting around the cutouts as well as around the top of it. The container was originally $39.99, and it was 70% off as well. So I would have never bought any of this stuff at the normal price that it was, because that's just way too expensive. And then I got just one more. Bought some additional pumpkins. These are like a felt pumpkin. I like the texture of them. They're really kind of soft and cozy. I love the color of this. It's a bit of a burnt orange. This is kind of the color, maybe a little bit darker than the orange that I used for the initial fall, so September, where I did like harvest and things like that, because that's primarily when we start to harvest corn and stuff. So here in Kansas. But I like the shape, I like the color. The stem's kind of neat, but it definitely is plastic, and you can tell that, but that's okay. And then this one was $19.99. So and then I also bought a dark plummy burgundy color pumpkin, which I thought would look nice together with this, and it's just a little bit smaller, same fabric, just different color, and this one was $9.99. And then I was looking for something to put back here where I have this wreath. In the spring and summer, I had a couple different wreaths that I put up there that I just like to change out every once in a while, and I have a welcome sign that I usually have hanging up there, but right now I have a Happy Halloween sign. But anyway, I was looking for something that would go here that was a little different, that could maybe I could do a DIY project on or something like that. I hadn't really thought much about it, but I did find, I love the embroidery hoop wreaths that are out right now. I think they're just so simple and clean, and you can add a pop of color, but it doesn't have to be a large one. But they're awfully small. So I happened to find this quilter's hoop, and you can also embroider on it as well, but I would assume this is for lap quilting, so you can use it in a larger circle or surface, because my grandmother used to have a stand-up quilting hoop like this. But anyway, so I bought this, and I also got some of this ribbon, which is from the Maker's Holiday. It is a 4-inch like buffalo check black and white ribbon that was actually in the Christmas department, but it was 50% off as well. This was the only one that they had there, because I'm assuming they must have already been sold out, because it looked like it had been pretty picked over. But I love this, not just for Thanksgiving and that type of thing. I just like it in general. I had these pillow covers that I bought this spring just because I thought they were neat and I wanted them on my couch. But, so I was thinking about taking this and having it go across here like that, and then either I could put the thankful sign, I'm stuck, or I did find this little thing, which it says "Let's Stay Home," and it was from the Simply Autumn collection as well, and it definitely has some embroidery, and then the letters are embroidered as well, and it has the small embroidery hoop. So I thought that would be kind of neat, like an embroidery hoop inside of an embroidery hoop across that. So it would look something kind of like this, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I think it will be really neat, and I'm kind of excited to get my fingers in there and try it out and get my hot glue gun going. I haven't actually crafted in a very long time. I did do most of my flowers and things like that for the wedding, but it was just very, not simple, but I had, you know, a certain thing that I was going for, and I just repeated it multiple times, so that definitely was one of them. One of the things that I worked on over the last year, but now that that's over with, and I can actually devote some time to making just not just pretty things, but useful things as well. I do have one other thing that I would like to show you, and this I did not get from Joann's. I got it from Walmart. I couldn't find any of these little berries or apple colors that I liked at Joann's. Just some of their stuff it had been picked over and things like that. So I was getting groceries today too. So when I was in Walmart, I just happened to go buy their fall stuff because I figured it would be either on sale or getting close to being on sale. It wasn't on sale yet, but it was relatively inexpensive. So it has some pomegranates, and it has an apple or two, and then I love the little berries, and it has some green berries as well. And then the leaves are really pretty. So, and it also has some pine cones. And this was $5 for this whole bundle, which I did not think was bad at all. So I bought that. Hopefully we can figure something out, and once I get the porch decorated, I will bring you along. And I have the receipt here somewhere. So I think I paid a total of $62.14. I had an additional coupon of 60% off because this was regular price. 60% off of any regularly priced item, and then take an additional $10 off of anything over $50. So I did use that. I initially was at 72 something, and then I brought it down to 62. So I didn't think that was bad at all. Let's see, how much? It says my total savings today was $148.09. So primarily nothing that I bought was over $9. Oh, I take that back. The little galvanized, the $39.99 galvanized bucket with the cutouts was $11.99. But that was the most expensive thing that I purchased today. So I really don't think that it was bad. This will probably last me for years because most of my decor that I had when I moved into our house together was items that I bought 17 years ago when I moved out in my own apartment, and I just reused them. Sometimes it's nice to get a new updated look or something that is a little bit more fashionable, but other than that, I'm getting super excited to get going on our home decor and things like that. So I hope you guys stick around. If you have any suggestions or any possible ideas on what I should put in the middle of this the hoop here, I think it'll be really neat because it'll kind of take up a lot of that space there. Leave those in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And hopefully I will get some videos out on a regular basis. It's getting to be winter time, and Usually, that doesn't mean that I'm going to slow down any because the hospital gets pretty busy, but that doesn't mean that I can't try. And we have a lot of things that are going up, so I might just set you up there and let you record, and I can do a voiceover or something like that with it. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you need to talk to me personally, just shoot me a message and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. From my house to yours, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.